Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Dalton at Dalton95, which is another Transformers Legacy video, and this is probably my toy of the year, something I've been excited for since hearing about it in the listings and rumors. That is going to be the Commander class from Legacy Evolution, Armada Universe, Optimus Prime. Now, for those who don't know, the original Optimus Prime from Armada, the big leader class one, was my very first Optimus Prime figure. So this holds a special place in my heart. So yeah. So right off the bat, amazing box art here. Him kind of like phasing into, this reality. I've got some artwork here on the side of him going from raw to vehicle mode, which some of this doesn't make any sense. Like these little panels here, the way the arms are coming out, just some of this is really weird. Like, and then these, which are part of the trailer coming out, yeah, they kind of just BS this transformation. And then here, showing how the trailer is packaged in here in the box, with these sections pushed inward and the cannon up on top. So it's a little strange. But showing off the back here, we got all, well, I guess 5 modes. So you got base, trailer, truck, robot, and combined mode. So you got 22 steps between the trailer and base mode, 20 steps between robot and vehicle mode. It's not showing how many steps between the combined modes, but yeah, so you got that. So with that being said, here we do have Armada Prime with the trailer. And right off the bat, it rolls like an absolute dream. Like all the wheels. Like this is rolls so much better than the old one. So right off the bat, some amazing detail. We'll go ahead and bring in good old Bendy Prime, because this is the only version of Armada Prime I still have to this day. And I say that, but I only got this like a year ago from my good buddy Dylan. You might know him as Delirium on Stasis Lock. So compare the two here. It's got a deluxe and pretty much a Voyager sized bot here. You can see quite a large truck. So see how that works out. Not quite a fair comparison, since I don't have the full cabin trailer original. I might try to track that down at some point, just for the sake of nostalgia. But yeah, this thing I just think looks absolutely amazing. So take a look at what we can do here with the trailer. Well, at least the details on it. So most of this is cast in this gray plastic, but you do have some of this blue plastic painted with some silver. Of course, you got this matte white or matte blue paint, Autobot symbol there. It really needs the white outline, so hopefully Toy Hacks will do something about that. And these pins on, or these rivets on the treads, make me think at one point that this was going to be rubberized. I think the most successful rubberized plastic treads or rubberized treads that we've seen have been on that I can't remember her name, but she's like the female version of Tarn, and then they just had that Megatron come out. Get some gold paint here, some red plastic there for combined mode. Of course, some red here on the front with some silver. We'll quickly bring these sections out. Got little supports for the trailer, so we'll set that aside and take a look at Prime himself, which again, on those big chunky tires, rolls like an absolute dream. I love it. Need more pinned wheels like this, no more clips. So I love how he turned out. Big chunky, long nose cab truck. And they're very faithful to a lot of the paint apps. I know it's missing some silver here, but you get that all silver grille. And of course, those sides of the bumper, the headlights. Got the exhaust here. Really nice gold paint there on the side. Of course, on the fists, which I'm okay with this. It would have been nice if they had something to cover this up, even if it's just a separate piece. Got the rear end there. Of course, the silver rims. Gold, is that gold plastic? can't tell if it's molded in gold or if it's painted. Oh, it's translucent painted gold with the Autobot symbol. And yes, it does come off. We'll talk about that later. Of course, this silver here on the front. There is a little bit of a gap there. I wish that could have been filled in with something, but it's not too terrible. And the paint matching is pretty close. It's a little bit worse on the camera than it is in person. But yeah, definitely in person looks a lot better. So give me just a moment here. And of course these blasters or exhaust pipes are blast effect compatible. So we'll just throw on some here. And there. Got Prime just barreling through like that. And one last comparison. Here he is with the leader class Armada Megatron. So you can see him there with, there we go, with the trailer. So there's that. Alright, so let's go ahead and get on to Prime's transformation. It is simple, it's fun. Let's get into it. Go ahead and take these sections here, bring them, like untab them from this, rotate them down and around. There is a tab there and a slot right there. Just bring that around and that will tab into place. Same thing on this side, tab into place. Open these panels. Flip out the feet. Go ahead and close those up. Then from here, go ahead and collapse that section. Let's go ahead and raise this camera up. From here, we'll take these front bumper pieces. They're on a double hinge, so just bring those out to the side. Out to there. Take this section, bring it down from here. Close that up. Just make sure this is all tabbed in like that. Untab the sides from here. That will allow you to bring the shoulders down. I mean, this is almost beat for beat like the original transformation. At least the upper half. Bring the arms down. Rotate the fists. Go ahead and split the legs, or undo these tabs here, bringing out the side skirts. Same thing here, bring out that back skirt. And bring those out. And there we have Optimus Prime in robot mode. Just looking absolutely awesome. Right off the bat, here he is with Megatron. So yeah, definitely a little bit shorter as he was in the cartoon. He was at least a head shorter than Megatron if you watch that first episode. So you got that. Here he is with Bendy Prime. So yeah, definitely quite a large figure. Here he is with Earthrise Prime, which is just a slight bit taller, at least half a head taller. And here he is with Legacy Evolution Prime. So kind of a similar thing going on with the grill chest, the shoulders becoming the front end of the truck. I mean, of course, the rear end of the truck becoming Prime's legs has been a thing up until the Masterpiece. So for paint details, you do got these lines painted in, much like what we saw in the cartoon. Got this gold here on the shoulders, the chest here, all that silver. Of course, really nicely done. Head sculpt. Does kind of have a solemn look to his face, just kind of has those sad eyes. I do have a minor paint blemish there, but it's not a deal breaker. As far as accessories or details, you open up his chest here. You do get a spark chamber there, which kind of looks like Optimus Primals, I believe, or maybe even Megatron. So really nice detail there, showing off his spark chamber. Now if you bring it down this front section only, you do get the Armada version of the Matrix, which in this instance is just clear plastic, painted over on the front with gold. So you can see that gem there. Looks really nice. Can't wait to hopefully get Sparkplug and have him hold on to it. So there's that. Of course, you got the silver, or I mean the gold on the crest as well as the eyes. Got some silver here on the shins. The gray on the thighs and waist I think look fine. Same with the fists and the biceps. So now we get to articulation, and head is on a ball joint. So you get all that range there. 360, very nicely clean and sculpted head. Get all the way around at the shoulders. And unfortunately, he does kind of have the hot rod shoulders, though in this case, I don't think it's too egregious, because you can still get some pretty good poses with it anyways. Like, I find this less obtrusive than Tarn. You do get a bicep swivel, very tightly jointed. Get almost 180 degrees, very close to it. Get 360 at the wrist. Nothing at the waist due to how everything transforms with it splitting for combined mode. Never had a problem with that. Got hips all the way forward, all the way back on that lovely ratchet, and out on a standard friction hinge. You get a thigh swivel all the way around, 90 forward, a little over 90 back. Of course, on a lovely ratchet. Get ankle tilt all the way out to there, and with the transformation joint, you kind of have to pop this open, but with the transformation, you do get some heel forward, no heel back, but you do get heel forward, so you can get them into kind of a kneeling pose if you want to. Bring out those tilts. So yeah, got that. Now, as far as other accessories, let's go ahead and get them standing back up here. For just a second. You can give him his big, very much ion cannon inspired blaster. Does fit in his hand. So you get that giant, almost bazooka looking rifle. There you go. And of course, just like before, you can use blast effects on his arm cannons here. You can have him blasting away at Decepticons. There you go. So that's pretty much it for Prime in his robot mode. Don't think I missed anything. So let's go ahead and get on to his trailer. So before I completely forget, when we get into the trailer, here we have Prime, Hotshot, Starscream, and I know we showed him off. Stand. Showed them off earlier, but there they are all together so far. All of the Armada figures we've gotten. I mean, there's a couple more we'll get into when we get to combined mode that we could potentially see. Yeah, I love that right there with him and Hotshot. So, getting Prime out of the way, let's take a look at the trailer. Go ahead and get it into the base mode. So, what we want to do, I guess we go ahead and keep those flipped up. Go ahead and untab these sections back here. These will just fold out of the way. Same with these front panels here. Take this, bring it up, rotate it, and just keep it there for the time being. Bring this all up, bring this section down. Go ahead and split this front half, and yeah, that tends to come popped off. It was packaged with that kind of just floating in there. All right, so bring that down before we fold these down all the way. Flip these panels back. I will allow you to tab into there. Sometimes it's a little easier said than done. Okay, what is going on here? There we go. Just like that. And these tabs right here will go into those slots there. Flip these panels up before we do that. Just like that. Then we'll bring this whole thing around. Flip this section up. I'm not sure what that does for the base mode. Go ahead and remove his blaster. Bring this whole section up. Fold this down. Rotate it. Bring these panels here out. And collapse this down. Like that. Flip that into place. Make sure this is all staying tabbed together. Flip that up. Collapse that down. And that will tab into there. Take that and plug it on there. And there is what they're calling the base mode for the trailer, which is lackluster. I know it's not quite the base mode we saw with the original figure, but it kind of serves a similar purpose. I wish these opened up for, Micromasters or whatever. But still kind of get a little something going on. It's not great. It is kind of lame. So we got that. These are blast effect compatible, so you can have it firing at any Decepticons trying to come after, Rad, Alexis, and Carlos. So yeah, kind of a lame design, but what else can you do? All right, so get this into, I guess, power pants mode. We're most of the way there, so just flip this panel back. Over here, flip this down, will come the foot. Flip this panel down at the side. Bring this section down, same thing, foot, heel, panel. And from here, want to rotate that piece. From here, this will come down like that. Tend to unfold it here, and that kind of just folds up and tabs into there. Just rotate this whole section around. Flip down the waist piece. Doesn't really tab in, it just kind of rests there. Bring this section up. Now I want you to bring this up to here, but I prefer just leaving it there. Bring these side panels down, bring that forward a little bit. And there we've got the power pants ready for Prime. So it's kind of going back to vehicle mode, so you want to bring down the toes, open that up. Now from here, flip them up like you're going back to vehicle mode, but then flip the whole thing around, showing the fist. And take the foot, and that will fill that in. So toes down, that up, foot all the way up and around. There we go. There we kind of replicate the transformation as it went in the show. And we'll take this whole section, just bring it up like that. Bring the arms up and around like that. And go ahead and rotate to where the fists are pointing downward or the palms are downward. And collapse this up. Just like we're going back to truck mode. And close these sections down and around like that. And actually, before we do that, bring those sections down. Make sure this is all tabbed in. Rotate these forward. That will allow you to bring the head up to there. Arms down on those ratchets. There are a set of, or is a tab or a slot right there. Tabs on the arms. This will just rotate up. There is a area where the upper bicep will slide into. Just bring that in. Tap that into place. Same thing here. Bring it up. And tab into place. Go and fold these pipes forward. Bring down the arms. And then take these, flip them up. Oh, not untab them. All right, give me just a second. Okay, just slide that back over like that. And there we have the upper body ready. So there are two little buttons here. They are spring loaded, although this one's a little stuck. So just press those both in. Actually, before we do that, we'll take the chest and grill piece here. Those will slide right into this section here. So bring that up out of the way. This will just slide into there. There's two little tabs on this red nylon piece. Just come down onto there. Bring this all down. Make sure you're squeezing those tabs as lower that down and just kind of work it in. And there we go. Close that up. And there we have Armada Prime in his super mode, looking absolutely awesome. Yeah, I know there's this big bit of kibble hanging off the back, but I'd rather this than, you know, well, have that and articulation. Like, he actually can move his legs now compared to what we got with both the original and with Fans Hobby. Like, I honestly think this is miles away better than Fans Hobby, especially with what I've heard with all the QC issues that Fans Hobby has run into with their release of Naval Commander. And just kind of give that Armada flair. There he is with the blaster, with the orange and pink blast effects kind of looking like the intro to the show. And he just looks awesome. So if you don't have Sparkplug, but you do have, I can't remember the name of this Micromaster, you can kind of replicate how Sparkplug pegged on. It works. So I'm sure we'll get a real Sparkplug in the near future, especially after the announcement of Powerlink's Hotshot with Jolt, as well as Shattered Glass Sideswipe with Whisper. I mean, that's easily going to be retooled into Armada Wheeljack and Windshear. But as far as Armada Prime here goes in super mode, I could not, well, I could be happier. It's just little nitpicks here and there. Like the waist piece, I wish they could have done it in multiple pieces, or at least, you know, here. And then, you know, with this piece, have it as multiple pieces cut here. So you can, you know, bring the leg forward without having to lift the flap up. So, I don't know, but I'm just absolutely impressed with how well this turned out. Like, yeah, he's got kind of a backpack, but it's fine. Now, one other little thing I would have changed is the gold eyes. I wish they were red, but I get it. I mean, it's kind of growing on me a little bit. Though at the same time, I might go ahead and take it apart and paint those eyes red. So, now one thing that gives me hope for a future release is the fact that you can remove this Autobot badge and that is a 5mm port. So part of me thinks that that's going to be where Jetfire's shield will plug onto his chest. I mean, look at all this open space here. That's prime, no pun intended, for an attachment there, as well as this here, that port, and this slot have nothing to do with any other mode along with that, but that's more for vehicle mode to haul overload. So overload's going to click into there, peg into that, and just fit right on for combined mode. So that's my thoughts on how that's going to work. His head, going on to articulation, is on a ball joint. Got those ratcheted shoulders. You got the hips and knees working as the shoulders and elbows. Our hip movement is right here at the waist. I wish they would have put that up here, but it is what it is. You get a little bit back. I mean, it's hard to get much further with that. There we go. With that tailcoat in the way. So you got that. All the way forward, all the way out on just a friction hinge, which sucks. You got a really tight thigh swivel, 90 at the knee on a really satisfying ratchet. You got ankle tilt all the way down like that, although just best to have it to there. Now, as far as new paint details, like I said, you got the yellow eyes, you got the gold for the head crest, which you can't really see. There we go. Some gold paint on these pipes here, forming his ears. Of course, the mouth plate, all the gold here from truck mode. Of course, the gold fists, which are articulated, so they open up and they do swivel. Now, I believe they said, the Hasbro designer said they wanted this to work like Jetfire and Victory Saber, but it just wouldn't work with the way the legs convert, using Hasbro terms here. So yeah, got that. Got some gold here on the front skirt, and of course down here on the knees as well, which kind of replicates those old blasters. Yeah, so real quick, just to compare him with some more Armada bots. Here we have him with Megatron, Hotshot, as well as one of the best versions of Starscream as far as character, as well as the last commander class we got being Menasor. So he may be smaller, but I think you're definitely getting your money's worth out of this commander class. Let's get that all out of the way, as well as these guys. And Hotshot here. So let's go ahead and get this all back into vehicle mode, or I guess robot and base mode, then back to vehicle mode. So go ahead and disconnect those, which will bring that section down. Just kind of wiggle him loose from there. Fold his ears back because it makes it easier, as well as turning his head to pop that, allowing you to disconnect from the trailer. Go ahead and fold that up. And I'm not going to go to base mode because it's just easier to go from trailer to combined mode. So close that up. Bring the section up and around. Close that up like that. Go ahead and close up the feet. Bring these sections down. Bring this whole section down like that. Rotate that around. This down. Rotate again. All right. And from here, keep that down. Fold that up. Now this part for me is the biggest pain in the butt, is untabbing this from this whole back section. It just always gives me a hard time. And of course now it's going to be easy, like always. All right. Fold these sections down. Actually, keep them pointing straight just for now. Just makes it a little bit easier with getting the cannon and everything into place. This side, the same thing. Just kind of wiggle it until it pops. and then double hinge out, and split this down, bring that down. This kind of forms just like a kind of like Tetris Z shape or whatever that piece is. Just line this up. There's a couple of tabs here on each side, slot there, tab there, slot there. Just kind of just sandwich in like that. We'll go ahead and take the big blaster, plug it into there. Bring this piece up and around there. Then go ahead and close these panels down. Make sure these tab into the bottom here. And clip these up. This all needs to just tab in. Collapse that. And these are actually supposed to tab into the bottom there. And that just helps line everything up for the trailer. And there we go. So there's the trailer. Now to get Prime back into regular robot and then truck mode. So flip this head down like that into place. Disconnect these arms. Bring them down like that. Allow you to bring these arms up and just rotate them just like that. Alright, so yeah, these need to come down like that. Make sure to untab and bring these sections out. Bring that down. Bring this down just like that. Actually, no, want them up still for robot mode. Collapse these around. This will tab it into place. Bring this down just to kind of secure that all. Bring these arm sections down. Just straighten them out. I'll keep the palms down just because it's easier for going back to truck mode. Just like that. Straighten out the fists. Open these up. Bring the feet back around like that. Out. Bring that up. Bring that down to where you can fold the foot up. Up and out. There we go. Collapse that down. Okay. There we have them back in robot mode. So to go truck mode, put these up, collapse the foot, close that up, foot, close. These will just tab together. Tab together like that. Fold up the arms. Just like that. Will allow you to collapse that up. There. These will just tab in on the forearms. Then untab this section, bring it up, clip it into place. Whoop. Again, that piece keeps popping off on me. Okay, bring that around. Tab that. All right, give me just a second. All right, got that back on. Just collapse those up. Just like that. Then from here, untab, rotate the wheel back around, tab that back in, up, around, tab in, and just connect them back to his trailer. So there we have, in my opinion, so far the best figure to release this year. For some reason he's not wanting to stay tabbed together. What is going on here? There we go. Go ahead and put the trailer back on. And there we go. So yeah, there is Armada Optimus Prime. Easily one of my favorite figures this year, if not my absolute favorite figure that I've gotten. Mostly due to nostalgia and just how well he turned out for, you know, for what it is, for Armada and all the gimmicks that that toy line had, how that original toy handled its transformation and everything. Just, I'm still gushing over it. But I just absolutely love how this thing turned out. I don't know what else to say. So, I think I'm going to end it there. Like I said, in combined mode, there is that spot there that is likely going to be for an upcoming overload. I would imagine a leader class along with Jetfire, if not Jetfire being a leader class, at the very least a Voyager. So I'm excited to see what's coming in the future from either Armada or otherwise. So yeah, after how well this turned out, I have no doubt in my mind that Armada is going to be well taken care of in the coming months or years. So that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. This was a rather lengthy video, much longer than I intended it to be, but hey, we're taking a look at a commander class. This is Beyond Leader, so hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to check out all the links down in the description, Twitter, Instagram, all those other channels down there as well. And at the time this video is coming out, it is my 28th birthday, so yay, looking at an awesome figure on my birthday. So hope you guys enjoyed. Take care. See you next time.